Woo! What's up, you guys? Look at the space. I just spent honestly like 2 hours in between trying to figure out what I'm going to talk about. So I'm practicing going live to talk about what I do and how I practice using the chakras to navigate my emotions in life. So let's just start from wherever, and I apologize if this is scattered. There is so much to the chakras, right? I personally have gone through a lot of emotional trauma growing up, but also a lot of great things like the foundation, which is what the chakra that we're doing today is about, the root chakra. But we aren't taught these things on how to navigate our emotions, how to deal with trauma, how to deal with just little things that we were doing when we were growing up that our parents subconsciously put in our heads, and then we become adults, and then they show up in relationships, and then they show up at work, they show up on the streets. And I just knew growing up that I was in tune with something more, whatever you want to fucking call it. Like I would dream crazy dreams. I would ask a lot of questions. I grew up Baptist in a Baptist church and apostolic church. So went to an African church with my grandma, went to a Baptist church with my mom, and they were totally different. So I remember when I was 16, I got pregnant, and the Baptist church, my other church, they didn't accept me. It was like a lot of drama, a lot of talking behind the back. And the African church, I remember my grandmother took me New Year's Eve, and they actually prayed for me. They took me in, they prayed for me, like making sure that I was healthy enough to carry these two souls. It was just so much. So along the years, going through life, depression, I became suicidal. I was homeless. Me and my kids were homeless for a few years due to a house fire. And it wasn't until I was into that really, really low point where I was like, okay, I need to figure out what the fuck to do. When I came home, blacked out, didn't remember the last night, the night before, laying on the floor, and my grandmother took me into the room and talked to me about how I had to shape it up. And it kind of started from there, and along the way, I used different things to cope with. But still figuring out why when I wake up in the morning, I feel this way, why in the afternoon I feel this way, just trying to figure out how to navigate the fucking emotions that we go through every day, and being on the T and bumping into someone, and then you want to argue and rah rah rah. People die over driving in the car and fucking crazy shit. And if we all just learn how to navigate our emotions and figure out what really is causing the problem, then we can understand that it's not that person, it's just something going on in our life. So, with that being said, that's like the short version, because I have so much in front of me that I want to talk about with how I've used the chakras. But this week is the root chakra, which is the color red, which is why your girl is rocking the red. Yes? So the color red in the root chakra it deals with our foundation on how we were raised and safety. How safe were we actually taken care of when we grew up? How do we take care of ourselves? How do we take care of our families now? Security, money. This motherfucking Western society, the thing with money, rules. Money is the root of all evil. Talk about root chakra. And it just talks about how secure you are in those areas. And when you're not feeling secure in those areas, how you act. Most of the world right now is definitely acting on a fight and flight survival mode. If you really look, people are ready for war, but for themselves, trying to figure out how to take care of themselves. Root, foundation. If we understood that anything that we have, anything that we need is always provided for, then we wouldn't have to be in this fight and flight survival mode. So this is what we're talking about today. Root chakra. Geesh, I don't even know where to start, so I'm going to start with my book. I picked up the chakras actually last year, but have been practicing them all my life subconsciously, right? Shout out to Angelique Belevitated Now. I did a workshop with her, and she changed my life. She gave me the guide on how to plan my own way and tapping into myself on how to use the chakras to navigate life. they're energy centers in our bodies. We have the root, which is located in the tailbone, front and back. You know what I'm saying? You can think of it as like a wheel going around, spinning. I think of it as like a infinity wheel, because the balance of the energy goes like this. It's like a wave, and it goes back and it repeats, especially patterns. So you have your root. You have your sacral, which is all about your sexual organs, your reproductive organs, sex. We're going to get into that next week. Y'all don't be crazy. You have your solar plexus, which is all about willpower and fear. Pay attention. Willpower and fear. I like to use the small example of like when you want to approach someone at a bar or in the street, you got a crush on them, but you're like afraid, but you need that willpower to approach them and be like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? So then you have your heart chakra, which is all things love, which I believe we're all born out of love in any aspect and definitely need more of. You have your throat chakra, all about communication, y'all. I can't even go into that until weeks 5 once we actually dive into the throat chakra. Mine is all the way open if you can't tell. Then you have your third eye, which is about, it's your sixth sense. It is literally when you are thinking of someone and then you run into them, or they call you or they text you, what's up? These are these small things that, you know, these powers or intuition, you know, these things that we already have that we just aren't taught, that's how to recognize it. And you have your crown chakra, which is the unseen. That's, you know, I am going to get deep. I can get deep. That's what we like to call Jesus' crown, Jesus' crown, and it's that blissful glow that you have when you are feeling aligned, when everything is going right and feeling good in your life, and you're walking on cloud 9. So today, doing the root chakra in African spirituality is associated with Ogun or Shango. It's the element of iron, earth. Yes, because it's the foundation. It's where we build up. Root chakra, it starts to develop from birth until, I like to say, until the wisdom comes in, third eye. So I'm going to say from birth all the way till in your 30s and on, the root chakra is building. Because from birth, you know, we are taught, like, even with the terrible twos, in African spirituality, they call the terrible twos terrific twos. Because 2-year-olds are so susceptible to picking up anything. You can teach them anything, any language. You see how those magical beings that just love to dance and draw, like terrific twos, and it's how you're taken care of. When babies are born, you coddle them. When they're 1, 2, 3, 4, coddle them. Give them love, because that's going to build them up, and that's going to go. It's going to show how they're going to deal with the world when they grow up. And when you're not, you know, not that this is a bad thing, but my mother, rest in peace, she didn't really hug us. Like she was a dope woman. She gave us other foundations, hence this entrepreneur journey of self of what I'm producing into the world. But like she didn't really hug us growing up. And that showed up in my relationship now. When I first got into this relationship, I didn't show affection. You know, if you're familiar with the love languages, mine is definitely act of kindness, and there's so many things I'm thinking of that, but like my partner, his is touch. And growing up with my mother, that intimate, you know, that foundational being, not really like giving the hugs. She did give me love in other ways. Her way of showing love was gifts, acts of kindness. It showed up. So it is the elements of earth, thunder, iron, affirmation, I am, whatever it is, I am divine, I see all, I speak my truth, I speak with love, the fire within me burns my fears, I love myself, I am grounded, I am. We have even yoga poses associated. So when I was speaking in the beginning about the chakras, like this is so multifaceted, I apologize if I go all over the place, but it is so much information, and what I love about it is that there are many tools that you can use to just help yourself along the way. Let's go into it. The definition is, it's our base, our internal foundation, family, relationships, immediate environment. I wrote a LinkedIn post about you going back to work after the pandemic, and how using the root chakra, tapping into that, can help you, you know, guide you better into going into work, because you're around these people that you see every fucking day, and if you don't like them, you're not going to be the best at doing your job. It's just real. So how do you tap into that and get your foundation set, starting the day off right, so that you can have a great, you know, a well-rounded day? It's our immediate environment. It deals with our safety, security, material need, and prosperity. And I have this book that I have all of my information in here. There's teas that you can drink that are associated with the chakras. There's essential oils, the scents. They give us a sense of reminders of calmness, of stillness, of all, anything that you think of when you think of scent, comfort, passion. You have your seed mantras, which are the sounds that are associated with the chakras. So with the root chakra, you have LAM, L-A-M, and that's what the gurus or anyone who's feeling enlightened or that wants to move energy out uses that seed mantra to clear out the energy. I swear I do this every single day, every week when I'm feeling down, the root chakra, and I just chant that LAM, and I feel good. I'm leaving the day calm and in a state of, if anything tries to attack, what's up? Buckle up. You have your mudras, which are, I like to call these, and this is my way of explaining this. So if you resonate, cheers. Mudras are like gang signs. And when you start to learn these things, you start to see that all things in life be connected. Like gangsters use these gang signs to rep their blocks, and they have meanings. They put energy out. So with the mudras, you have your mudra for bringing in energy, the Gyan or Gya mudra, whatever you want to call it, whatever resonates with you. And it goes on and on from the top to beyond. Also, with the main chakras, there's like 114, right, that they say that we have, which for me, I don't think that the human brain, the human mind in this age can handle going 114. I think it would take a lot of practice, a lot of breath work to gain that amount of consciousness and blissfulness. But this is the purpose of us right now, is to gain enlightenment and just to find whatever can keep us still. So I have some tools here that I want to show you that I'm using this week for the root chakra to guide me. I want to start with my jewelry, my Jubi jewelry. Shout out to Jubi jewelry. I wear crystals and I wear jewelry to keep me grounded and to remind me. So I have my tiger's eye to just remind me to stay calm when somebody's out of character in the streets that wants to rise up and brawl real quick, and it's like, let's just settle down because it's not them. There's something going on in their life that they're taking out on me. I have my black tourmaline and my Ankh, which is all about life coming through, being death and life. That Ankh is just like so much. There's so much. I'm going to go into all of this in depth as the weeks go on, and I love that I'm going to be sharing this. I have a black tourmaline pyramid, which the point is where when I am meditating, I have it right in front of me so that energy can shoot right up. And if you know anything of any small details about the pyramid and knowing that point channels energy and puts out, then you'll know how powerful even having this just direct point coming in. I have a red selenite, which selenite is good for clearing out energy. And usually it's white, but with the red I use it to clear out negative energy in my root area. I have oils. I'm telling you, this, and I've been on this journey for a year, so now it's second nature that I use these things as my practice. So my morning rituals, like I get up, I light my candle, I burn my sage, I have my crystal singing bowl, root chakra here, because this is the first one that I bought because I knew I needed to get in with that foundation. I need to get my shit together, so root chakra starting there. I put on my oils with my body oil. So I have my carrier oil, almond oil, grapeseed that I mix together, and I put that on my body. So I have sandalwood and frankincense, grounding energies. I want to shout out to Shira, because Shira is like a huge advocate for essential oils. And even just as black people, like, you know the oil man down the street at Mass Ave, Dudley, Roxbury. We've been rocking the oils all our lives. We didn't know that this is what it was associated with. We didn't know that we could use them to like help navigate. I have the chakra incense, so I will, when I'm doing a challenge, when I specifically want to focus on doing a ritual, which I'm not, doing a ritual doesn't necessarily mean that it's a bad thing, but it's a practice. It's a practice for me to gain awareness on what do I need to tap in and do. I'll burn my root chakra incense. I have my gratitude journal. I have a new one, little but fierce, but I have my gratitude journal where I literally will wake up in the morning. Even if it's one thing, I am divine. It starts my day off, I'm golden, and I'll just put whatever I want to achieve for that day. I am divine, I am light, I'm gonna have a bomb ass fucking day, and that's how I write. She knows I write just like that in my journal. I have my sage. This is Dragon Blood Sage, so I have that for the root. Gosh, I also have my beautiful root chakra crystal singing bowl, and the sound is beautiful. Whenever when I play this and I say my mantra or I'm just humming to it, you literally will feel the vibration coming through your body, and the energy is just so real, and it never dies, and it just moves all over you, that when you hit this, you're gonna feel it wherever it needs to release that energy, that knot that I like to say, that tightness. So that's all the things. Oh, and my tea. I also want to shout out to Whiskey. This is her I Am Blessed teacup, so make sure that you hit her up for one for some merch. So shout out to Whiskey for my I Am Blessed merch. It's pausing as we connect. To learn more about this practice, come take class with me. I teach Wednesdays at Luna Fitness at 7 p.m., Sundays at 10 a.m. I even made a chakra booklet of what I have learned over the year and what I have practiced and what has literally shown major impact in my life. I have it as an ebook. You can go on my crowdfunding campaign and I will send it to you whenever you donate, or if you hit me up, I'll send this your way. And I have some in hand, so if you come to class, pick it up. This is a great calendar that I picked up off of Amazon. It was like $8, y'all. And it has everything that you need to know, basics about the chakras, about the prana energy. Prana is breath, how it moves through your body, the essential oils. You have planets associated with it. You have angels associated with it. You have minerals associated, food, fragrances, incense, and gemstones, and even the physical body. So for me, this might be TMI, but I've always had constipation issues growing up. So me, just, growing up in a Southern family, eating everything, y'all. The chitlins, the pig feet, barbecue, everything. I stopped eating meat last year after doing a blackout retreat with these awesome group of people where we took a month off from social media because shit was crazy last year, and just to refreshen ourselves. So I stopped eating meat a year ago, and I stopped eating meat a while ago before, and I've done it, and I just did fish, so I'm a pescatarian, but I've seen the difference. So how I stopped eating meat now, working on my chakras here, because I'll eat the foods of the week. Like, I just got into my beet burgers. Be Good put me on to beet burgers, but also like strawberries and all things, red groundedness, dandelion teas, which I love my teas. All of these things help you physically. So I poop every day at the same damn time. And to me, that's amazing because that lets me know that what I'm doing is working. That lets me know that my spirit is on the right cycle, the circadian cycle with the rising of the sun, the release, the moon. Like, there's so much to this. So, that is what we are doing this week, root chakra work. And that's all that I kind of want to share now. I appreciate you guys, whoever's tuning in. I can't see. I don't have my glasses. Oh, hi, Marie. Please. And I hope that you come to class, and if this resonates with you, like, hit me up and let me know what I can do to navigate, I don't like to say help, but be a catalyst for you. I want to be an example that, like, yo, your girl's been through some shit, and, like, I'm here. Like, I'm fucking here. And I'm here because I finally found something that works for me. So, yeah, with that being said, next week we're doing the sacral chakra. I hope to see you in class. And that's it. Hi, Liza. Can you buy Liza joining? Let's talk about that root chakra energy this week. We're going into that root chakra. We're also incorporating yoga poses. Thank you, Marie. Incorporating yoga poses into classes. This week is this. Oh my God, Megan, hi! Shout out to Megan Daly, y'all. Shout out. I was hanging out with her and Wisty this past Sunday. Did a whole Halloween tap in live. Music, beats, they was reading tarot cards, giving people the tea. Oh, one thing I wanted to say is also with the foods, get down with the Manuka honey. This is what I call liquid gold. You'll start to see certain changes in your body when you start to eat certain foods that give you electric energy and purification vibes. That's it, y'all. Really, I wish I could show you all the shit that's going on. So, that's it. Peace, love.